Welcome to the Brass and Woodwind Shop. A lot of people ask me where they can get tools and supplies to repair instruments. You can buy new or used. Here are the companies that I work with that sell tools and supplies. The most common one for tools is Ferree's Tools. They're in Battle Creek, Michigan. They sell almost everything you could need to fix instruments, and a lot of my tools you see here are from Ferree's. Here's the Ferree's catalog. Obviously they don't give out new catalogs very often, but this one has all the tools in it. And Ferree's is mostly tools. They also sell pads, but they have a lot of tools. And if you need some good tools, this is usually the place to go to first. Another one is Badger State Repair. They are in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and they sell a lot of tools and supplies, and they specialize in repairing instruments. And if you have instruments that you need repaired, you can send them out to them, but they also sell some supplies, and they sell a lot of mirrophone parts too. So if you need to fix a mirrophone, go to Badger State Repair. There's also Votaw Tool Company in Springfield, Missouri. They sell some similar stuff to the other places, but they also have some upper end stuff. If you want to spend a little more money and get some really good tools, you can go there. Another place, this is a company I deal with the most, Allied Supply Company. They sell a lot of parts and supplies for instruments. If you need a part that's broken on an instrument, Allied probably has it. They also have tools, not as many as Ferree's, but they do have some tools. Here's the Allied catalog. They have cases, case parts, a lot of case parts, and then miscellaneous things. Then they have some tools, not as many as Ferree's, but they do have quite a few. They sell pads, and also they sell pad sets. You just tell them what instrument you have and the serial number, and then they will send you the right pad sizes. And they have springs, water key parts, lots of stuff. And they have the Allied Universal parts, and those will fit a lot of different instruments. Not all, but a lot of them. And a lot of times those parts are good because they can save you money, and they will work on a lot of odd brands that you might not be able to get parts for otherwise. They have a lot of different thicknesses of cork, and this is really good quality cork, good grade of cork. This is what Allied is really known for, their parts. They have parts for almost all the American-made instruments, and also a lot of the Japanese and European-made instruments too. So you can see right there, they have quite a bit of stuff. And they don't have every part you could need, but they have most of them. Another thing they have in here that I really like is they have a serial number list. It goes through the serial numbers of the various brands of instruments, and if you have the serial number, it tells you what year it's made. If you can get one of these catalogs, do it. It has a price of $20. It might seem like a lot, but this is well worth it. And if you're a music store or if you buy from them, you can get one of these for free. Those are the ones that I use for repairing instruments. A couple other companies I work with are American Way Marketing, and I use them for like cork grease and slide grease and reeds and things like that. They have very good prices. They're in Elkhart, Indiana. The last one I work with is Harris Teller, and they have a lot of sheet music and supplies. They have like everything you could need. It's a big, thick catalog, and they have a lot of sound equipment, percussion, strings, and everything. Their prices tend to be a little higher than American Way Marketing. They do have a lot of stuff, and they're a good company to deal with. They are in Chicago, Illinois. There are other companies too, so if there are any that I did not mention that you know of, please feel free to leave a comment below and tell us who they are. Different companies have different rules about to whom they will sell. Most of them want you to either own a music store or actively repair instruments. Most of them will sell to you if you are a member of NATBIRT, and that's the National Association of Professional Band Instrument Repair Technicians. I will leave a link to NATBIRT in the description below, and I encourage you to become a member if you repair instruments or if you're planning on getting started. The other way to get tools and supplies and parts is by going to your local music store and seeing if they can sell them to you. And that usually works if you only need a couple things. If you need a lot though, you're probably going to want to get them from either a company or buy them used in a large lot. Sometimes you can find large lots of tools and supplies and parts on the computer, but I've found that usually it's best to go to music stores and ask them if they know of anyone who's retiring or closing down their shop. You'll probably have to ask around at several music stores before you will be led to someone who is selling everything, but eventually you may be able to find something. And if you do, it will probably save you a lot of money. I have bought out entire shops that were closing down twice, and I bought out parts of shops about 4 times. When I bought out a shop, I would keep the tools and supplies that I needed, and then I would just sell the rest on eBay. And usually they sell very well on eBay, so that was never really a problem. I have not bought out a shop in several years because I pretty much have all the stuff that I need right now, and also I try to give other people a chance to get some good deals on stuff too. When you buy a large lot of tools and supplies, probably you'll spend about a half to a quarter of what you'd spend new. Sometimes you can do a little better than that. People also wonder about which tools they need and which tools they can get by without. A lot of it depends upon what you're fixing. If you're fixing trumpets, obviously you're going to want the tools that you need to fix trumpets. If you're fixing woodwinds, you will want the woodwind tools. If you're fixing everything, then you'll need a lot of tools. I suggest if you're getting started, start small. Just start with the tools that you think you will need and then work up from there. Of course, if you can buy out an entire shop, do that. But if you cannot, just buy a few and then see what you need and then keep buying them as you need them. That way eventually you'll have all the tools that you need. For woodwind pads, I go to Allied, Ferree, or Prestini, which is in Nogales, Arizona. I hope this video has been helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below. I will leave the links to the companies in the description below.